Okay, so along with the or compound inequality, we also have an and compound inequality. The basic thing that you need to know about them is that if it's an or compound inequality, it can satisfy one of the inequalities or the other inequality. Either or, it doesn't matter. It can satisfy one of them. It does not have to satisfy both. But when we look at an and inequality must satisfy both, hence the word and. They have to be connected. They have to be together. So it has to satisfy both inequalities. So here are two inequalities that we wrote on one number line. But here's what you have to see and make sure you understand about these two inequalities. This says that x is greater than or equal to -4. This one says x is less than +1. So if we were on its own number line, this would start here, be included, go in the positive direction, and go on forever. This one would start here, not be included, just be a boundary, and go on forever to the left in the negative infinity direction. However, we need to satisfy both. That's why we call this an and. So there are minimal answers to this inequality, because whatever answer is there, it has to lie in between -4 and +1. Now, here's the other special thing about an and inequality. And inequalities can be written special because that x is between these two. So therefore, we can write it as an x, but we can also write it using the inequality symbols and only using one of these x's instead of these two. So this is going to be backwards, but it's still going to be stated the same as x is greater than or equal to -4. Now notice this says x is greater than or equal to -4. So when you read this one, you always read the variable first, and it still says x is greater than or equal to -4. When we look at this one, x is less than 1, that means we can put less than 1 on this side. So it's and these actually stayed the same and are read the same, x is less than 1. So in this case, x is greater than or equal to -4 and less than 1. So it has a special meaning, and it just has a special way we can write it. We cannot write an or inequality like that, but we can write an and inequality like that. That is the difference between those two.